And let's come on over and see about our spine. It's such a good thing to see ourselves at the beginning and then at the end of class and see the difference. So we're going to start by just laying down, and then let's start with some big angel arms, nice and slowly. And allow your chest to open and your back to open and lengthen. And feel how the spine already is starting to lengthen. And let's do a couple more. Nice reaching out and lifting up. And then we're going to bring our arms down and flip our palms up and just let the shoulders roll down. And let's close our eyes and take a few slow inhales and exhales. And each time you exhale, you can sigh out any tension. And as we do the breath, we're going to feel our whole body like an ocean wave. And then let's reach our arms up again over our head. And we're going to clasp our hands and lengthen the arms and lean to the right a little bit, turning our head to the right and then to the left. And then to the center, and we're going to release the arms and bring them all the way down. And let's roll over to the right. And we're going to continue with our left arm circles, bending the elbow, bending the arm a little bit so the chest can open. And big circles. And as you go slowly, feel like you're drawing that big circle all the way around. And we're going to do one more big arm circle. Using the breath, and hold the arm open and allow the shoulder to relax so the chest opens. And let's take a couple more deep breaths. And you can adjust your arm to feel a deeper stretch across the pectoral muscle, across the chest. And then we're going to bring the arm all the way back around. And let's do our spinal twist and reach the arms forward. And notice where the breath is coming into in your spine, in your side. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And then gently pressing ourselves up, twisting a little bit more to the right. So every place that we're lengthening and stretching, we're feeling how the breath comes in, and every time the breath comes in, that means there's circulation, blood flow, oxygen. And then let's go over to the other side, slowly over to our left side. And we're going to do the same thing with the right arm circles. And feel that softness as you reach the arm all the way around. Allowing the opening to occur. And see if you can feel every part of this circular motion. And go slow enough so you can witness it and feel even the tight parts. And let's do one more big circle. And we're going to let that arm be open, the head roll to the right, and take a few more breaths and soften. And we're going to bring the arm all the way around slowly. And then do our spinal twist. Again, we're in slow motion. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And then we're going to gently press ourselves back up, twisting a little bit more to the left and breathing. And we're going to come to the center and do our straddle. So our legs are around the bolster. And just sit up tall, hands on the bolster. And let's close our eyes and feel our breath right now. And then we're going to open our eyes and twist to the right, rolling the shoulders down. So each part of our twist, every time we're doing a new movement, we're feeling the circulation coming into a new area. Then let's twist to the left. And then let's forward fold. And let's just set our forehead down and breathe. And see if you can hinge a little bit farther forward now that the body is gently opening. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And then we're going to slowly press ourselves up. And then hands by our hips. And let's look up, inhaling up. And then we're going to come back to the center and put our bolster on our right leg and lengthen toward the foot. And let's take a few more breaths. And every time we're stretching, we're even stretching the nerves and all the connections, lengthening, breathing into it. And then we're going to turn our side toward the bolster and reach the left arm up. And a couple more deep breaths. And let's gently come back up. We're going to take a breath in the center. And we're slowing down so we're conscious of our movements and how the breath comes into our body. Then we're going to take the bolster and put it on our left leg. And same thing, let's lengthen toward the foot. And let's take 3 slow breaths. then let's bring, we're gonna kind of take the left side down on the bolster, right arm over our head, and breathe. And a few more breaths. Allow the lengthening to happen all the way down through the side and the hip. And let's come back up and take a breath in the center and feel. Notice how the chest rises and falls, and you can really feel it when you're a little bit more relaxed. So we're feeling the whole breath in the belly, the ribs are opening, and then the upper chest lifts. So let's try our crisscross applesauce here, and we're gonna hinge forward. You could take your bolster forward if you want to. I kind of lay my arms over it, chin over it. It kind of depends on your body, but we're going into the hips and breathing. Notice how we're breathing into the whole spine. And let's take 3 slow breaths. And then we're going to gently press ourselves back up. We're going to take our right hand down to the floor, left arm over, and lengthen and breathe. See if you can let the whole left side go and just relax. And now we're going to come back up and go to the other side. Left hand down, right arm over. And allow the head to continue to relax. And then coming back up. And we're just going to sit for a second and flip our palms up on our lap and close our eyes and feel. So we're integrating whatever we've done so far. Softening the tongue and the jaw. And then let's take one more breath. We're going to open our eyes and we're going to lengthen our legs in front of us and do our back bend. So we're systematically opening our body. The bolster's going behind the hips. And we're going to use the block for our head. Now we're going to lengthen and breathe. And see if you could soften and allow the opening to happen through the chest. And we're feeling the pause between each breath. And every time we're practicing these poses, these restorative poses, we're allowing our brain to change, the nervous system to soften. We're stretching and lengthening and giving new energy to the vagus nerve, that huge nerve system that connects our brain to our gut. Think about what we're giving ourselves today, this relaxation. It's like a little vacation. Anytime you feel any tightness, just sigh out or use that ujjayi breath, that whispering sound in the back of your throat. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And now we're going to slowly turn to our right side and continue to lengthen with the left arm over our head. So we all have patterns in our body of holding tension. And by doing these movements, we're helping to see the patterns and release them. And we're slowing the breath down. And if you feel that movement in your body, you can just go with the movement. Your body knows what to do to lengthen and release. And let's take 3 slow breaths. And we're going to gently roll to the other side, over to the left. And keep the head on the block. And bring the right arm over our head and just let that open. And breathe. Adjust yourself in any way that your body wants to go. Every day is a little bit different. And let's take a few more slow breaths. And then we're going to roll to the side. And we're going to press ourselves up. And we're going to sit cross-legged with the opposite leg in front. And the bolster is behind us, just as a little support. And let's just close our eyes and feel. So we're integrating what we've done so far. And then we're going to let the right ear just kind of come toward the right shoulder, however much is comfortable. We're opening all the fascia that protects us. And then let's come to the other side, same thing. In slow motion, left ear toward the left shoulder. And one side might be tighter than the other because of the patterns in our body that we hold tension in. And then we're going to come back to the center. We're going to do another forward fold. So I'm going to bring around my block so I can put my forehead on the block. It helps to release the neck tension and breathe. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And let's use our hands and press ourselves up. And again, we're just sitting upright and feeling. We're going to gently look up, stretching through the neck, and open and close the mouth. And then let's look straight ahead and take a breath. And now we're going to move our bolster over to the side so we can roll down on our back. And we're going to bring our feet down to the mat. Just notice how gravity has brought us to the floor. Our spine pressing into the mat. And let's focus on our feet for a second and our toes. We're going to lift the toes and spread them out, and then roll the toes back down so you feel every part of your toe, right, pressing down. Got a lot of nerves in our feet. And then let's slowly start to roll the hips up when you're ready. Easy does it. and roll the hips down one vertebrae at a time. So all the nerves that are along the spine and the side of the spine, we're activating the nerves. Let's do that again. We're going to slowly roll the hips up. Maybe this time lifting up a little bit higher so the feet are pressing down. And then as slowly as you can, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Really good. Then just feel for a couple of breaths. Feel the difference in your back, even in the facial muscles. Now let's walk our feet together and we're going to cross the right knee over the left knee and let the legs roll to the left. You can use the bolster under there or just wherever your legs take you to open up the hip a little bit more. And let's take a few breaths. And the same thing, we're going to let that hip just lengthen on its own as we breathe. And then one more breath. And we're going to gently come back to the center and uncross. And let's cross the left knee over the right and let the legs just roll over to the right and breathe. Feel that deeper stretch. If you want to, you can experiment with your arms and take your left arm out for a deeper stretch and breathe. And two more breaths. And we're going to come back to the center and uncross the legs. And we're going to roll our hips up again, lifting them up. And let's put our bolster underneath us. So we're going to do our supported Setu Bandha. First of all, just keeping our feet on the mat and feeling every part of the foot pressing down. Now let's lift our legs up and we're going to do, pointing and flexing, seeing how the feet are. And then we're going to make some circles with our feet. And then in the opposite direction. Notice your breathing as we're doing this. Notice how the energy is coming back down from the legs all the way down into the throat, up into the head. Now let's open our legs out and in. And we'll do a few more. Going gently so we feel the opening and we're consciously doing this. And keep that long, slow breath going. And let's do one more time. And with our legs straight up, we're going to feel something. Notice that when your shoulders roll down, feel how you could feel between the shoulder blades. It's a hard part to get to in our body. Take a breath into that area. The chest is lengthening, and there's no tension on our neck here. There's still that nice curve in our neck, the way it should be. Now let's point our toes, and we're going to make big circles with our legs. And a couple more. And let's go in the opposite direction with these big circles. And two more. And then with the legs just softening, feel the circulation. Look at your toes. We're going to see if we can move each toe one at a time. Really hard. We're just trying. Notice how when each toe moves, it activates a different part of our foot and circulation. Now we're going to bend our legs halfway and open the knees out and in. Feeling the stability through the hip. Let's do a few more. And last one. Really good. And then we're going to straighten the legs back up, and we're going to do our drishti gazing. So softening the eyes. At the same time, we're feeling our legs, feeling our breath. And noticing. And when we do this practice, this whole practice, we're getting out of our own way and letting the body express itself. We're going to visualize this energy flow coming down through our legs like a golden light, filling our feet and our legs with this beautiful golden light, coming up through the hips and the pelvis, the chest, into the head, and down through the arms and fingers. Feel the softness and the gentleness in the whole body. We're visualizing our whole body being filled with this light, this energy and prana that exists all around us. And notice the long, soft inhales and exhales. The softness of each breath is allowing this prana to come into us, revitalizing every cell and molecule. We're going to close our eyes and just feel. Feel this sense of weightlessness and peace. We're visualizing our whole being filled with this beautiful energy and light. And let's take 5 slow breaths. And we're going to gently let our feet come down to the mat, keeping our eyes closed, and just feel. Feel the energy coming into the inner organs as we wish ourselves good health to all of the systems in our body, peace to our heart, and calmness in our mind. Let's feel our feet again as they're gently pressing down into the mat. And now we're going to transition, so we're going to roll our hips up and move the bolster away from us so our back comes down to the mat and our legs are over the bolster. And breathe. Feeling this sense of peace throughout our entire being. And this relaxation is even more powerful. Just like the ancient yogis have always said, that Shavasana is worth a number of hours of sleep when our body and mind and heart are completely relaxed. And we're going to transition and roll to the side for a couple of breaths. And gently pressing ourselves up. And we're going to sit on our bolster. And just keep our eyes closed and feel. Feeling the difference in the whole body. Noticing the softness and gentleness. Now let's twist to the right and take a deep breath. And twist to the left. And we're going to forward fold, reaching the fingers forward. Then walking our arms to the right. And over to the left. And back to the center. And let's sit up. And we're going to do our side stretch. Right hand down and left arm over. And just let that left arm relax. And let's come to the other side. Notice the difference in your body. Right arm comes over. And we're going to come back to the center and flip our palms up and close our eyes for 3 breaths. And with each breath, we're wishing ourselves good health and harmony to all of our cells and molecules. Peace to our homes and families and communities. And peace to our brothers and sisters everywhere. And let's bring our hands to our heart and feel that peace enveloping the whole world. Wishing it to be so. We're going to take a deep inhale and sigh. One more time. Namaste. Thank you, ladies, for coming today and for joining me in this practice.
Thank you so much. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful, 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 Marian.
Yeah, what a difference, huh?
I know. hard to believe.
It is, it is. It's like I'm in somebody else's body. There's no pain.
Yeah, isn't it amazing? I
It
don't,
is.
It's
everybody,
just so great. Yeah.
yeah, you just wish that everybody could feel this, but it's a practice.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people, they don't know that part about it. They get frustrated with meditation. And it's, you know, it's because we got to do a little bit at a time. You have to get
Right.
used, your nervous system has to get used to this. It's instead of fight or flight, which we're pretty much always in.
It's a whole new world.
And nerves take their time about healing, you know?
That's very true. Yeah.
Yeah, and our breathing is the whole elixir.
Thank you so much, Mary.
Thank
Hey,
you.
have a great day, ladies.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.